Hey everyone, Chris here from LearnTech. Microlearning. What is it? Why should you use it? How should you use it? In this video, I'll answer these questions and more. Microlearning is the practice of splitting your learning into bite-sized pieces of easily digestible information. Here are 3 reasons to consider microlearning at your organization. 1. We live in a fast-paced world, and for better or worse, the rise of social media has irreversibly changed the way we interact with content. Eye tracking studies have shown that people don't read the same way we used to. We no longer read from left to right. Instead, we scan for important information. The next time you're scrolling on your phone, notice how articles have important information written in larger, bolder text, separated by descriptive headings. This means we actually miss a lot of information as we scan. The decrease in book sales indicates that the way we consume content is certainly changing. And while nothing beats the smell of a new book, we cannot ignore that attention spans are becoming more distracted. Secondly, we are living in the mobile-first age. Users, consumers, and learners use Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube daily to feed their demand for short-format video content available at their fingertips, especially millennials, and even more so with new emerging generations. And lastly, many companies have adapted to remote or hybrid workforces, making e-learning more valid than ever before. It's clear to see that in order to meet the demands of modernity, we, as learning professionals, need to look at creating learning experiences that will allow learners to engage and retain quickly, effectively, and on the move. So, how do we transform a traditional course into microlearning? Well, it's not that difficult. Simply break up your content into topics and remove everything that isn't useful, relevant, or essential. If you can get to the point quickly, and I mean quickly as in 3 to 10 minutes, you're good to go. Let's say we have a module on pivot tables. In reality, the learner only needs to know 2 things. What is a pivot table? And how do I use a pivot table to do my job? That's it. They don't need to know that Peter Salas was the father of pivot tables, who created the first concept of a program that would eventually become Lotus Improv, first published on the Next platform, then published as a standalone on Macintosh, copied for the Quattro Pro before becoming a feature of Microsoft Excel 5 in 1994. Look, e-learning course, I have 5 appointments today. I have to write a YouTube video, submit 2 tenders, I have 5 proposals and a presentation. I have to try and get a workout in at some point, get my groceries, help my kids with homework, answer some emails, cook, spend time with my wife, and maybe, if I'm lucky, play some video games when everyone goes to bed. What is a pivot table and how do I use it? When it comes to microlearning, video is king, especially if your learners will be accessing from smartphones. A recent Training Folks study illustrates how microlearning can help improve engagement and retention. 62% of smartphone users are more likely to take problem-solving action right away, simply because they have a smartphone. Videos reduce information overload. 80% of what we remember comes from seeing and doing, 20% from reading, and 10% from hearing. Learning in stretches of 3 to 7 minutes matches the working memory capacity and attention span of human beings. Microlearning courses can be produced in 300% less time and 50% less cost. Microlearning creates 50% more engagement than traditional courses. Microlearning makes the transfer of learning 17% more efficient. Transforming long-form e-learning courses to microlearning can help you to create modules that are more relevant to individuals. Think about it. With long-form courses, we have to assume at least a very rudimentary understanding of the content being presented. This means learners with good understanding of the subject matter will have to slog through redundant and irrelevant material in order to learn anything new. With microlearning, you are able to customize various bundles of microlearning lessons for specific audiences. If you have a great LMS, like ours, you can even determine which modules would be relevant for a specific user band based on a pre-assessment. And you can automate the enrollment process. So you have more time for coffee. So what do you need to create microlearning? 1. Video. You don't have to invest in tens of thousands of rands in video equipment. A smartphone and a lav mic will do the trick. You may also want to take a look at some rapid animation tools on the market, such as Beyond, Power Tools, or Video Scribe. Depending on your LMS, you may need an e-learning authoring tool if you're looking to convert your videos to SCORM, but most allow you to upload video directly to the platform. Of course, you need a solid LMS to house your videos or SCORM files, deploy or automate deployment, and of course, track interactions. If you would like to know more about microlearning or need assistance in implementing microlearning at your organization, head on over to www.learntech.co.za and arrange a consult with one of our e-learning specialists today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel, and feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye bye.